What is going on, guys? Today we are looking at Saint. Obviously, this guy is very, very pacey, and I think we had a chance where he could have got a team of the week before. I swear he got it, but unfortunately, by the looks of it, he actually didn't, which did lead him to be in the featured team of the week still, which I don't understand why they didn't choose this one. Munier is okay at right back, but I think now they definitely need to look at it in terms of a few months on. Featured team of the week now means nothing. If you get an 84, great, you're still more than likely fodder. Obviously, with this guy, if he was actually a featured team of the week in 84, we actually have a really decent upgrade for him. He's already got the pace. Obviously, the defending and physical could do with some work, which is why we've got the anchor. Dribbling's looking okay. A 3-star, 6-footed with a high medium. Right foot, injury prone is his only trait. And we look at the stats in game then. So, obviously, his pace is kind of the main attribute. Dutch centre-back in the Bundesliga. Very nice links right there. Obviously, Virgil, the Eredivisie squad foundations, who personally we have him linked with. It's a very, very nice card. The question is, does he play like it? I know his gold at the very start was very cheap, very, I wouldn't even say meta, but it was just very quick. You couldn't really get a player at 76 rated that was that quick. Obviously, the short pass is looking nice. Dribbling-wise, average at best. Composure's looking absolutely shot, and that is where the featured team of the week would have been absolutely perfect. That would have been at least 78 or so, which would have been actually a really nice upgrade. Defending-wise, it's looking okay, to be fair. We did whack the anchor on him, which gives him 89 defending and 87 physical, alongside his 97 pace then, and it would turn him into an 88 centre-back, so a 7+ upgrade in game compared to his actual face stat card. So let's jump into him. He was about 57k, and now he's jumped up to 80, so I literally had 2 chances to get him for 57, and now I paid 80 for him, so let's just get into him. Need the block. Doesn't get the block. The keeper does wonderful to get that. We've put it back in the mix, and honestly, that was a very, very touchy moment. And I think with Saint, the thing is that I know that he's not always going to be 80k, so it's kind of doing your assessment with the fact that he is going to be more than likely discard. We have Team of the Year coming out. We know so many packs are going to be available. He will drop down to discard value. It's just a matter of time. No matter the amount of demand, the supply is going to be absolutely nuts. So you've kind of got to do the assumption of almost a 20k player, maybe 30k if he does really hold it. So that is what you're kind of looking at. 80k for right now if you are desperate to get him, but I would 100% wait for Friday to see what you can actually find deal-wise. Does well in the air, gets the ball back, making a save still. Great tackle from Saint though. Saint just with the interception. Obviously the pace side of stuff is just phenomenal to see, and it's not necessarily, well, it's useful in a lot of areas, but how many times I'm going to pass it to him? Realistically, there is many times that I just need the pace to catch up. I don't necessarily need him to be incredible on the ball, which obviously most defenders are not necessarily that proficient with it. But in terms of kind of saying, I think pace-wise, he's got that absolutely down. And once he gets maybe 1 or 2 more informs and that pace is maxed out, the dribbling, the defending and physicals are going to be very nice to be able to keep going up. And it would be a very nice kind of centre-back team of the season card if we was to actually get one. Saint's going to watch him turn in. No, he's not. He's just going to go for the shot. Does keep up with him, obviously, like you can see. 97 pace. I think he actually plays like he's actually got that as well, which is always nice because we have seen far too many players with 90+ pace and literally feel like they're in the 80s still. Saint just with the intercept again. Doing quite well. I don't think he's made too many defensive errors. I feel like errors in terms of my actual defending is completely irrelevant because that's just natural. You unfortunately, I wish I was the best defender in the world, but that just doesn't happen. So cards are going to make mistakes. I'm going to push them out of position like that. There was so many more opportunities it took me to get the ball back from him, and it seems like every time we actually get a goal, he's going to score one straight back, and that's just unfortunately the nature of the kickoff goal. But I'd say in terms of kind of what he's produced for me, so far so good. I feel like he's made the tackles whenever needed. Interceptions have been on point. So far, very nice card for an 81 card, 100%. Oh, what is that? And that is the definition of why I absolutely hate when the computer defends for you. We didn't rush him in there. We didn't want him to tackle. And what does he do? He goes and tries for it. Unfortunately, then that knocks him completely out of position. So going into Saints' overall review then. very nice. For an 81 rated card, he definitely has the Joe Gomez vibes. The low rated, very meta, very decent kind of player. And he comes in, to be honest, at the moment, quite a high price. I was looking at him and it was about 40, 50 on the build-up, and I thought, you know what, that's actually not that bad. With plenty of room to crash, and then suddenly he just decided that he wants to go up in price by 30,000 coins in the space of 2 minutes. I could have got 2 cards for 57k, could have got one at 65k, and unfortunately he did end up at 80k, and I think I'm selling him at 80 at the moment as well. So for me, I think he is decent in terms of kind of the rating comparison. The pace is fantastic. 97 is just unreal on an 81 rated card. Obviously his in-games go up by 7 with the anchor. Like I say, the big things he's going to have problems with is the composure. That's going to be a massive drawback for him. I think everything else is relatively fine. Maybe we do like a little bit more reactions, but that's where the increase of stats would actually be a more of a beneficial factor. Defending and physicals are actually pretty decent. Short passing is nice for an 81, like I said. So I think what we're just waiting for with this card now is just a bigger upgrade. Like I said, featured would have been absolutely perfect for this card. You'd be looking at a 250k centre back. You imagine him at 84 rated. If we look at it, we've maxed out pace already then, so then we can focus on either defending, physical, dribbling or passing. Realistically, you want the defending and physical, but I'm pretty sure there is a chem star for defending, physical and passing. Obviously there isn't, unfortunately, one for composure, which would have been even better. So I think for me at the minute, if we can get this card, which during Team of the Year I can imagine he will drop down a hell of a lot, he will be discarded by the end of the week, I guarantee it. There's no way that this card stays at 80,000 coins. He even stays at 50,000 coins. With the amount of ultimate packs that we're going to get, there is no way that he stays there. It's just not going to happen. So once he does hit his lowest price, I think that is when a buy time is 100% worth it. Even just whacking him into your Bundesliga squad, to be honest. I probably wouldn't say he would make it into many main teams, because I feel like just going again Kimpembe and Marquinhos is going to be better purely for the fact of their all-round kind of stats and that major composure lack. That for me is the biggest thing on this card. Everything else is absolutely fine. He can catch anybody. He's got a decent tackle on him. Very physical with the anchor on him as well. I think it is just their minor little stats that we're just waiting for him to get a bigger upgrade. So I think for me, if I was looking at him as his ability and we were kind of testing him around everybody else at the same rating, I'd be looking at like a 9.5. If I'm thinking out of all of the centre backs that we've got, I think I'd be looking at more of a 9. I feel like he is very good, but there is so much improvements just on the kind of max capabilities you're getting from an 81 rated card. There is no... It's a max limit for him. He's not 88 rated like Marquinhos. He's not 90 rated like Virgil. There is a limit on an 81 card. They unfortunately cannot exceed that level. So once he gets up there into the 84s, 85s, if he does, then most definitely he's going to be one to reckon with. So keep your eye on him. Let me know what you think. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I catch you all for the next one. Peace.